Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Prabhakar from the Delhi Entertainer. Welcome you back to the cricket presentation. Today, I am going to present the curtain raiser of the Australian Tour of 2020 by Indian team. The multicolor, multinational, multi-franchise IPL is over successfully. We are back as a Indian team in blue jerseys, taking upon Australia in their backyard. Australian tour by any team will always be exciting, and it will be more exciting when it is done by an Indian team, because as of now India is one of the strongest teams in world cricket. The Australian tour is always exciting for many reasons. Few of them are: Australians are one of the most aggressive teams. Whenever they get onto the field, they do it for winning only by whatever means it takes. Competitive cricket, aggressive behavior on and off the field, and including sledging. They are extremely positive and always play for results, including in Test cricket. Then their grounds are though very bouncy and pacey, they have something to offer for batsmen as well, and it makes a very exciting match, whether it is one days or Test cricket, or of course T20s. As far as the prospects of India is concerned, India is fielding one of the most brilliant team as of now. As far as the batsmen are concerned, what a lineup we have: Kohli, Dhawan, Rahul, Mayank, Shreyas, Manish Pandey, Samson, Hardik Pandey, and Jadeja. All of them had fantastic season in IPL, most of them scoring over 400 to 500 runs, with a possible exception of Jadeja, who didn't have a good IPL. Loss of Lohit Sharma, who is in a great nick, definitely will be felt by Indian team, but I'm very sure all these batsmen are going to make it more than the absence of Rohit Sharma. As far as bowlers are concerned, we have Bumrah, Sami, Saini, Deepak Chahal, Jadeja. In this also, excepting Jadeja, all other, especially Bumrah and Sami, had a wonderful IPL, and going by that, we can expect them to fire all cylinders in the Australian Fiji pitches. As far as ODI is concerned, apart from these people, we will have Shubman Gill, Kuldeep Yadav, Shardul Thakur will be joining them. Gill is in a good nick and gave a very good account of himself, very accomplished batsman with a matured head on his shoulders. Kuldeep Yadav and Shardul Thakur didn't have a good season in IPL. They have to prove themselves. As far as the test team is concerned, we have a lot of changes in that compared to ODIs and T20s. We will be having Pujara, Rahane, Harman Vihari, uh, Saha coming back, along with Rishabh Pant, Gill, and Prithvi Shah. As far as Pujara is concerned, he has not played any competitive cricket since January, so he will definitely be rusty and has to make a lot of adjustments in Australian bouncy wickets. As far as Rahana is concerned, he has a very forgettable IPL, and he was not very confident, very tentative. So it will take a lot for him to settle down in Australia and prove his worth in the test matches. Harman Vihari has always been a reliable and steady batsman, and Saha was one a wonderful nick in IPL before he got injured. So, subject to his being fit, he is definitely is a excellent wicket keeper as well as a good bat. As far as Rishabh Pant is concerned, I personally always felt that the board has given him a long rope, but he always failed to prove himself. And I am sure this is going to be one of the last series for him. If he doesn't prove, then it will definitely be difficult for him to be reckoned in future. Shubman Gill definitely is a reliable bat, And Prithvi Shah is also on and off, plays well, and either gets injured or doesn't get opportunities. So he has to really cement his position in the team. He's a great talent, and definitely will be a good prospect for future. And this tour is going to be good for him to prove his worth. As far as the bowlers are concerned, apart from Sami, Bumrah, and Chahal, uh, in test we will be having Umesh Yadav and old Haas Ashwin and newcomer Shiraj. So Ashwin is as always reliable as far as the spinning department is concerned. Umesh Yadav is also having a patchy career. Uh, Sometimes he really bowls extremely well. Then he's finds himself out of the team. So we have to see whether he gets an opportunity to play or not, and how well he plays. As far as the Australian teams are concerned, Australia has announced only a team for ODI, where you have wonderful players like Flinch, Smith, Warner, Carey, who have all proved extremely successful in IPL. Apart from this, we have Short as a batsman, and in the all-rounder department, they have far better all-rounders than India. Marnus, Turner, Aston. Of course, we didn't see much of them as against India, but we have to see how good they play. As far as the bowlers are concerned, they are seasonal bowlers in Cummins, Hazelwood, Richardson, Michael Starch, and Jampa. So they have a fairly a good bowling outfit. But in both the teams, I personally feel that compared to batsmen, the bowlers are not that strong. Whereas in Australian pitches, the bowlers do play a very keen, important role as much as the batsmen are concerned. Because, as I mentioned earlier, even in Test cricket in Australia, mostly results come even as early as in third day evening or fourth day itself. So for that, the role of bowlers is very important of taking 20 wickets. Then ability of striking should be there. But my hunch is that this tournament is going to be dominated by batsmen, because we have some wonderful players from both the sides, world beaters. And fortunately, if we go by the standards of IPL, they are definitely in a great nick. So as far as the ODIs and T20s are concerned, we can definitely take the performances in the IPL as an stick. Of course, Test cricket is going to be a different ball game altogether. So another good thing is that it is reported that Australian board is considering to allow a limited number of about 20 to 25,000 spectators in the stadiums. So after a very long time, good 10 months, we are going to see spectators in the stands, and that will add to the attraction. And Australian crowds are more or less like Indian crowd. They are frenzy, they are very partisan, they support a lot Australian teams. But yes, we have a lot of expats in Australia, a lot of Indians are there, and I'm sure a large number of them will turn up and support the Indian team as well. So Indians also will not miss any support in the stands, with a large contingency coming into the stands always. So all in all, it's going to be a wonderful tournament, and we can look forward for some high quality and highly competitive and combative cricket. Let's wait and see how it plans out. And I'm going to bring you the reviews of each match, especially the ODIs and T20s. So catch you up, and let's enjoy this wonderful winter season cricket between Australia and India. That's all for now. I, as Prabhakar, sign off.